is this really a good idea to have George Lucas directing the Obi-Wan spinoff? Is this what this is trying to say? Do we really want George Lucas back directing? I mean, do people really like the prequels that much? Do people not remember that George Lucas's wife was in charge of editing for Star Wars back when I just called it Star Wars: A New Hope? And yeah, that was really saved in the edit. Is this gonna be a really good idea? I don't know. I am MechaRandom42, your favorite YouTube harpy, and yeah, let's get into this article. Oh lord, this is this a comic book? This is a comicbook.com article. They seem to be always comicbook.com articles. Former UK Foreign Secretary, foreign and former right next to each other, thanks, claims George Lucas plans to shoot Star Wars spin-off Obi-Wan Kenobi movie. And you know, I am terrified as well, Mr. Porgface. He's adorable. Absolutely love porgs. I know, don't give me crap for it. They're adorable. I'm a girl, I'm allowed something. I'm allowed some joy in the crap that was The Last Jedi. When Boris Johnson got up to give a speech at the DUP annual conference in Belfast earlier today, he probably didn't expect to send the Star Wars fandom into a frenzy with one simple comment. With the intention of boasting the accolades of the UK, Johnson mentioned the upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi film that is supposedly in the works by Lucasfilm. According to The Spectator, Johnson claimed the UK has by far the most dynamic creative culture and media industries. He went on to ask the question, which was the biggest grossing movie last year? Star Wars. And where does George Lucas propose to make a follow-up about an Obi-Wan Kenobi? Northern Ireland. All right. Let me ask one question here. Does he know that George Lucas sold Star Wars? Like, is this... I don't... Maybe he's just under the impression that George Lucas is still involved because it's still Lucasfilm. Maybe he doesn't know that Disney bought it from George Lucas. I don't know. I'm kind of under the impression that maybe he doesn't realize that George Lucas isn't involved anymore. I don't know. Let me finish reading the article. Let's see what else they say. Wow, this is weird. The George Lucas name drop is what's getting all the buzz, especially considering Star Wars creator hasn't directed a film in the franchise since 2005's Revenge of the Sith. Of course, there's a good chance the former mayor of London and UK Foreign Secretary was just using Lucas's name as a generalization. That might be more likely. That might be more the thing. He might not have any idea that George Lucas isn't involved anymore. Lucas is, of course, the main person associated with the franchise, and the British politician could have just been referring to Lucasfilm. However, that doesn't mean we can't hope that the director plans to helm another movie in the famous franchise. Another point against this claim is Stephen Daldry, best known for directing Billy Elliot, The Hours, and The Reader. Daldry is already listed as the film's director on IMDb. However, if Solo, a Star Wars story, taught us anything, it's that a director in the franchise can be replaced. Well, pretty much every film that they've done, except for the first one, except for The Force Awakens, had director replacements, I think. Maybe Last Jedi was always Ryan Roundhead Johnson. I don't know. Might have been. But I know Rogue One and Solo both went through some director changes. Johnson was right about one thing, though, and that's how successful Star Wars The Last Jedi was. Despite hate from a loud portion of the fandom, so we're a loud portion, huh? We're a large portion, too. The second installment in the newest Star Wars trilogy earned $1.3 billion worldwide. Yeah, but they still had to spend $4 billion just for the rights to Disney, plus put up another $200 to $400 million just to make the movies, plus don't even get me started on marketing. That's another, 200 some million per film at least, plus all the merchandising deals, licensing, all the money they had to send Hasbro, or maybe Hasbro had to send them. But yeah, I mean, those Therm Scissor Punch cards at Denny's weren't cheap. They weren't free to print out, so they had to spend money on that. The rumors surrounding an Obi-Wan film have varied over the past year. In May, it was announced the spin-off would start filming in spring 2019. However, Ewan McGregor said in August that the movie wasn't happening. While the movie is listed on IMDb as having been officially announced, there's no word on whether or not McGregor will be reprising his role. However, it's safe to say that even the most vicious haters of the Star Wars prequels wouldn't want to see anyone else step into the role. Well, yeah, Ewan McGregor was one of the good parts of the prequels. I don't like the prequels that much, and Ewan McGregor is a damn good Obi-Wan Kenobi. McGregor is without a doubt the best part of the second trilogy. That's what I just said. While you're awaiting further news about the Obi-Wan film, you can get excited for the next installment of the current trilogy, Episode 9, which is set to hit theaters on December 20th, 2019. I'm not excited. I'm not. We're not excited. We already covered that. Yeah, go check out my other video. Are we excited even for the trailer for Episode 9? No, I don't think we are. You guys are, you article writers tend to kind of assume that everybody who likes Star Wars is really on board for this. And we're not. We're not always on board for this. But yeah, so my thoughts on this. I don't think George Lucas is coming back. There's a snowball's chance in hell that George Lucas will be coming back after he sold his baby. You know, he sold that. He doesn't want anything to do with that. And he's gone on record saying and describing the Star Wars franchise as that ex that you just want nothing to do with, you know? You just don't want to hear about them. You don't want to see what's going on in their life. You don't even want to look at their Facebook anymore because you're just done with it. You're over it. So I think George Lucas is not coming back. As for Ewan McGregor, if they have anybody else but Ewan McGregor play Obi-Wan Kenobi at this point, I think they're going to piss off their last few remaining fans. And I don't think they can do that. I don't think they can afford to piss off the rest of us, right? What do you guys think? Would you want anybody other than Ewan McGregor in an Obi-Wan movie? Do you guys think that George Lucas is coming back? I certainly don't. I don't see him coming back at all. Not only that, I think that we've done such a good job protesting our disdain for the Disney franchise, for the Disney Star Wars franchise. It's totally a different franchise than what we were used to, than what we grew up with. And they've pretty much, all the Star Wars films have been progressively getting worse and worse and worse, in my opinion. And a lot of people think that way too. And I know that the prequels have their fans, and they have people who love them, and there's certainly good moments of the prequels. They do feel like Star Wars quite a lot. You have good stuff like Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi. He was amazing. You know, Samuel L. Jackson was great. I'm really fond of Christopher Lee, even though Count Dooku was kind of unnecessary, and there's no reason for him to be there when you had Palpatine. You didn't need both of them, but whatever. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this something... Can this be the thing that will fix the franchise if they do make the Obi-Wan movie? If anything if anything they just have the golden opportunity for is an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie. You know, they can tie it into the animated series. They can do all kinds of stuff with Obi-Wan. And if they mess that up, then I think the last of the fans are just going to leave. They're just going to be pissed off. But anyway, there's not a whole lot about this article. I think it's just a misspeak. I think it's just he just associates George Lucas with Lucasfilm and doesn't realize that, oh no, he actually sold it. He has nothing to do with it anymore. And I think a lot of casual, normal sort of Star Wars fans might think that. Well, there's a lot of people who don't know all the ins and outs of the behind-the-scene people, you know. They might not know who Pablo Hidalgo is, or Kathleen Kennedy, or Bob Iger, or any of these sort of behind-the-scenes names that a lot of us in the Fandom Menace especially tend to kind of obsess over. We go through with the fine-tooth comb of who do we blame, who did this, who is responsible for this mess. And, you know, it always goes back to Kathleen Kennedy. So yeah, just tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I am MechaRandom42. I have Patreon, I have Twitter. I will link my video about the episode 9 trailer also in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video or live stream. Bye!